Hey everyone, this is C Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is April 23, 2026, and we're looking at Bitcoin knocking on the 80K door with strong on-chain support. Thailand moving to make crypto derivatives licensing easier, and Ethena's USDe contraction raising new questions for DeFi liquidity. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia, including traders and remittance users in the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, and across the region. Issue 1. BTC near 80K. Glassnode's trend divider level. Bitcoin has broken above $79,000 and, according to Glassnode, has reclaimed its true market mean around $78,100 for the first time since mid-January. The next big line is the short-term holder cost basis near $80,000. If BTC can break and hold above that level, more than half of recent buyers would move back into profit, which historically lines up with trend shifts from chop into stronger uptrends. Short-term holders are already taking profits at elevated levels. ETF flows have flipped back to net inflows on a 7-day basis, and yet perpetual funding stays slightly negative. So if price clears 80K, a short squeeze could easily push BTC higher than most people expect. For traders in Southeast Asia, this 80K area is a decision zone. Rejection can mean another fast 3 to 5K pullback, while a strong daily close above it, backed by ETF demand, would support the idea that big players are willing to accumulate even at new highs. Next, we look at Thailand's big regulatory shift for crypto firms. Issue 2. Thailand SEC lowers barriers for crypto derivatives. Thailand's Securities and Exchange Commission is consulting on rule changes that would let existing licensed digital asset firms apply for crypto derivatives licenses without setting up separate legal entities. This follows February's move to allow digital assets as underlying assets and collateral for regulated derivatives, and is part of a broader roadmap that also includes tokenized products and potential crypto-linked ETFs. The SEC plans to work with the Thailand Futures Exchange on contract specs and risk controls so that BTC and ETH futures fit into the same framework used for traditional derivatives. For exchanges and traders in Southeast Asia, this is a clear step toward bringing more futures and options onshore, which over time could make it easier for local investors to trade regulated crypto derivatives without relying only on offshore platforms. Coming up next, is Ethena's USDe creating a new risk for DeFi? Issue 3. Ethena's USDe shrinks, raising DeFi liquidity risk. Ethena's synthetic dollar stablecoin USD has seen its circulating supply fall by hundreds of millions of dollars over just a few days, echoing previous episodes where supply contracted sharply as traders unwound basis trades. Earlier drawdowns, including a roughly 40% drop in late 2025, led to tighter liquidity and more volatile rates across protocols that used USDe as collateral or for yield as capital rotated back into larger, more conservative stablecoins. Analysts warn that a similar pattern could play out now. If USD redemptions keep accelerating, lending markets and yield strategies tied to the token could see higher funding costs, more liquidations, and sharper swings in APYs. For DeFi users in Southeast Asia who farm yields or loop stablecoin positions, this is a good moment to review your exposure to USDe. Avoid stacking leverage on top of synthetic dollars, and treat unusually high yields as a signal to check the underlying risk, not as free money. Summary: 1 Bitcoin trades around 79K, with Glassnode pointing to the 80K short-term holder cost basis as a key trend divider, while ETF inflows and negative funding set up a squeeze scenario. 2 Thailand's SEC is moving to let existing crypto firms apply for derivatives licenses without new entities, building on rules that allow digital assets to underlie regulated derivatives. 3 Ethena's USD is shrinking again, echoing past contractions that tightened DeFi liquidity and boosted liquidation risk for high-yield stablecoin strategies. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. And if you want more chart analysis and trading insights, join our free Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. See you in the next one.